This is the exact system I used to run 120 kilometers in 1 week for this competition I had, triple my weekly volume, which is 40 kilometers, without getting any injuries. First day of the competition, I literally ran 25 kilometers when my longest run was 21 kilometers. But my secret was that I split every run in half. I would run in the morning and in the afternoon. And on that first day, I ran also in the evening. How crazy is that? And I never got a single injury. My legs never hurt. I was perfect. I was perfect, dude. And for the rest of the week, I only had one rest day, which was Sunday, last day of the competition. And I ran twice a day after that. 20 kilometers every day. 10K in the morning, 10K in the evening. And the only reason I didn't get injured was I took recovery super seriously. I took not getting injured literally religiously because I had money on the line. It was it was $80 for this competition if you placed first place, and about I think $60 for second place. And I desperately needed a new shoe, and I was running on these shitty ass trainers I had, which had like 500, 600 kilometers on them. You don't have to take it this seriously if you're doing your normal weekly volume, but if let's say you're ramping up your weekly volume very quickly, you have a competition coming up, this is your peak week, you can take it this seriously. But usually I wouldn't recommend taking it this seriously. Like I took this shit religiously. So this is my pre-run ritual I did. I first used the massage gun to get my muscles warmed up and ready for running and ready for warming up actually. Like I warmed up for the warm up with my massage gun, which is actually such a crucial part of this routine. So first off, warm up with the massage gun, just on the quads, on the calves, at the tibialis. It's very important. I was gonna show you my tibialis, but I'm wearing like some embarrassing pants, but it doesn't matter. And then carbing up. In my opinion, carbing up is so important. If your form breaks down at the end of your run because you're tired and your body's depleted of glycogen, which is just carbohydrates stored in your muscle, and it just helps it go longer without needing to fuel mid-run. So if you run out of that, if you crash mid-run, your form is gonna break down and it's gonna be horrible. And so much easier to get injured when you're basically running on wet spaghetti noodles. Trust me, I know. I did a video recently on carbing up, so if you want more insight into that, you can go look at that video. It's gonna be first link in the description. And if you're too busy for that, here's some basic knowledge you can use. So eat low residue stuff. So let's say pasta, bananas. I don't think that's low residue, but it's good. It's we got one more. Bread. Yeah, bread is like super good. Rice cakes. Rice cakes are my savior. Pre-run ritual. Rice cakes and honey. My actual savior, dude. Also, you can use some dates. They're very good for energy. And mid-run, I'll just put a banana in my pocket. It wouldn't get squished or anything. It would be perfectly fine. So if you're doing a long run, let's say, long run, you can do 2 bananas in your pocket. And water is super important. You gotta use some electrolytes and shit. I usually, when I'm doing my long run, I try to do this big loop. So I just loop it twice. It's about 7.5 kilometers. So I do that twice, and I have a water bottle stashed around some bush, maybe behind my bike or something. And I just drink that. I put Himalayan salt in it. It's so good. Like I can genuinely feel a difference when I drink from random water fountains, which they have fucking, I don't know, sewer water or something, contaminated water, versus my tap water with electrolytes. It's basically the same thing. I just put some salt in it, Himalayan salt. It's like I can genuinely feel the difference. And then right before I start my run, you gotta warm up, dude. Warming up is so important. It's generally so overlooked. I don't even know why. Like all my life, people told me to warm up. Like teacher, PE teacher, kickboxing instructor, water polo coach. Everyone told me to warm up. Yet when I go run, I usually just don't think about it. But since I was increasing my volume so much, I made sure to think of every little thing that I could be doing wrong and I could improve that would not get me injured. So warming up is very important. I do a dynamic roll up. I do a dynamic warm up. I do leg swings like vertically and then horizontally. And what else do I do? I do lunges and some jump rope. That's what gets me going, and it gets some blood in your legs and stuff. And yeah, if you do static warm-ups, which is like you hold one pose and you like try to go more and more into that pose, it's been shown to increase the risk of injury. So I just avoid that. I do that my dynamic warm-up, leg swings, lunges, squats. That's it. For your post run, you usually don't want to take a shower right away. I'll get into that a bit later. But what I did was change my clothes and massage gun the shit out of my legs. Like 5 minutes for each muscle group. So 5 minutes quads, 5 minutes hamstrings, and 5 minutes on the calves. And I try to do the back of the calves and the front of the calves from where the bone is, because I was scared that I would get shin splints. And on the first day, I low-key started feeling some shin splints. So I just iced my shins and wore some compression socks, elevated my legs, and that took care of it. I iced it for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I wrapped it. It wasn't that hard. It was very good, honestly, very beneficial. And I think that's what got me through the week. And another thing that carried me through this hell week was antioxidants. I ate tart cherries and frozen blueberries. That was like my snack in between anything. They're so good because antioxidants prevent you from being sore the day after if you eat them within 1 to 2 hours after training. So that was such a good thing because my form wouldn't break down. I wouldn't be tired. I would still be motivated and ready to smash the day, smash the run. My go-to antioxidant snack is about 150 to 200 grams of blueberries, some honey on them, and holy, it slaps so hard. And then after this, you want to take a cold shower. You don't want to take it at the start because you want some of that inflammation because it's a bit beneficial for your muscle adaptations. I don't know, some nerd shit. I just tried it online. So you take a cold shower after you get back. You change, you massage gun, you eat your antioxidants, and that massage gun is gonna help lower your inflammation, and you're not gonna be as sore or as battered the next day or like for the rest of the day. And if I would give you one tip from this video, it's cold exposure. So if you take a cold shower, preferably ice bath, but I don't have that. That's gonna decrease inflammation, and it makes such a difference. It actually makes such a big difference. And then sleep, which I'm gonna get into right now. Sleep is so important. If you don't sleep, I made a video of this already. When you don't sleep, you're genuinely just nerfing yourself. You're 20% less productive, less disciplined. You're 80% more likely to do any bad habit, to eat junk food, to cheat on your diet, to skip training. Genuinely, there's no reason to be skipping sleep. I took sleep so seriously that I would sleep at 8 p.m. Yes, I would be in bed at 8 p.m. every night for that week and wake up at 5 a.m. to beat the heat because this competition was in the middle of the summer. So 12 p.m., no, more like 10 a.m. you couldn't run. After 10 a.m., you couldn't run because it was so hot. So good sleep is gonna give you the best recovery. If you could take one thing out of this video, it's not cold exposure, it's not antioxidants, it's not massage gunning your feet, it's not warming up. Maybe it's warming up, but sleep is so much more important than any of those. That's your recovery. Like, everything depends on your sleep. Believe me. You should watch my video on sleep. And also because I was exhausting myself every day and working hard and loading up my central nervous system. It's like basically your mind, like your body. Like if you don't relax after all this intensity and all this volume, you're just gonna feel like shit, and you're not gonna be productive the rest of the day. You're gonna be you're gonna be a fucking bitch the rest of the day. So what I did was meditate and just relax the whole day. I would relax, read, meditate. Meditation genuinely also carried me because it would deload my nervous system. And when you deload your nervous system, you're not in the fight or flight mode. You're not in the fight or flight mode. You're in more of the relax and relax and digest, or rest and digest mode. And that's gonna help with the recovery and everything. So a very important tip: meditate after you run, or after you do this whole post-run routine. You don't have to do it right after. You can do it midday. You can do it any time of the day, really, before you sleep or something. And also reading, that's gonna relax you so much. It's gonna help so much. I also took some naps midday, but I wouldn't really recommend this because it kind of ruined my sleep for the remainder of the week. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, you're gonna enjoy these two. This one's about sleep. This one's about carb loading. And see ya.